You're thinking about making a move to Michigan. Well, in this video here today, I want to talk about the area in Michigan that I think would be the best to live in if you have never lived in the state before and you are moving. We are going to get into all of this right now. Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is William Robleski with Community Choice Realty here in Michigan. I'm a full-time licensed real estate agent. I make these videos to help inform you about living in Michigan, how to move to Michigan, what to look for when living in Michigan. And if you would go ahead and do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications bell, leave a comment down below. I post videos just like this every single week, talking everything you need to know about living in Michigan. And if you're looking for a realtor, as I said, I'm a full-time realtor, so make sure to call, text, email me, days, nights, weekends, whenever's best for you. I work around the clock to help you and your family move right here to Southeast Michigan. Now, this video is all about the best area to move here in Southeast Michigan. Primarily, I'm going to focus on a specific township here in Michigan and why I think that township is the best to live. Now, Michigan, I just got to explain this really quick. If you're coming from other places like Texas, in Texas, you have the city of Dallas, and all of the suburbs and neighborhoods around it are still considered living in Dallas. Here in Michigan, it's quite not the same. When someone says, I live in Detroit, they most likely don't actually live in the city of Detroit. They probably live in a city around Detroit known as Metro Detroit. So here in Michigan, we have counties. The three big counties here in Southeast Michigan are Macomb County, Oakland County, and Wayne County. And then within those counties, there's townships. So within the Macomb County district, there's a township called Macomb Township. And then it goes even deeper than that. There's a city called Macomb as well. So the city Macomb is in Macomb Township, which Macomb Township is located in Macomb County. It can get confusing. If you have any questions about it, just leave a comment down below. I can for sure address that for you. But today we're pretty much focusing on the township of Macomb Township, why I think this is the best area to live, what there is to do here. So make sure to stick around for the entire video. You will learn all you need to know about Macomb Township. The first thing I want to address about Macomb Township is the different cities and how you can live different lifestyles in these cities. Michigan is very complex in terms of the different lives you can live. We have rural farming life here. We have urban city nightlife here. We also have lake life if you love lakes, if you love beaches, stuff like that. And here in Macomb Township, you can have a little bit of it all, depending on what city you move to. A city such as New Baltimore or St. Clair Shores are on the east side of the township. And in these cities, if you move here, you're going to be right near Lake St. Clair. So if you have boats, if you have jet skis, if you just like going to the beach, these could be perfect cities for you. There's lots of little boardwalk restaurants in these cities, nice little affordable homes in the 200, mid 200, low 300 range. Beautiful cities. If you like more of that city life, like packed, lots of people, you have Sterling Heights, you have the city of Macomb, you have Shelby Township, you have the city of Utica. All of these are kind of big cities, densely populated, lots of restaurants, lots to do. So if that's the type of life you're looking for, one of these cities would be good for you. And then also within Macomb Township, we have the city of Armada. Armada is pretty much just a bunch of open farmland, and it's actually crazy because Armada is maybe a 10-15 minute drive from all of these other urban cities I'm naming. But just because of how the state of Michigan is and our nature and the formation of our state over hundreds and hundreds of years, Armada's like a little farm area. Lots of open land. You have dirt bikes, four-wheelers, farming land if you want to have your own naturally grown crops. We get a lot of natural grown crops from there. Absolute wonderful. You just have to drive through there and just you really admire the nature as you drive through there. Next thing I want to talk about on why you should move to Macomb Township is the proximity to Detroit. If you're moving to Michigan, especially Southeast Michigan, there's a good chance you want to go see Detroit. You want to go do things in Detroit, go to sports games. The Lions are finally a good football team for once. You might want to go to some Lions games. Detroit has really become a city of art. Lots of museums, lots of rich historical statues, of course, the sports venues. There's multiple colleges and high schools in Detroit as well. And the drive to Detroit from Macomb Township is no longer than 30 to 45, 50 minutes, depending on traffic. So it's very easily accessible. You can get there with absolute ease, just a hop and a skip over the pond away. If you come and move here to Southeast Michigan, you have to go to Detroit. Just admire the skyscrapers, the history of Detroit, the museums. You got to go to some sports games. The atmosphere in Detroit and the restaurants they have is like no other. So being that close to the city of Detroit here in Macomb Township is an absolute blessing. The next thing I want to talk about is a road known as Hall Road. Hall Road is almost like a miniature highway located almost smack dab in the middle of Macomb Township. Cities such as Utica, Sterling Heights, Macomb, Shelby Township, Rochester, Rochester Hills are all right near Hall Road. And Hall Road is pretty much like a big strip. Along this strip, lots of restaurants, mom and pop restaurants, they have big chain restaurants, fast food. I mean, of course, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Five Guys and Fries. There's a Chick-fil-A on Hall Road. There's a new place that just opened called Houston's Hot Chicken. That is very good as well. Lots of restaurants, lots to do on Hall Road. There's family activities. CJ Barrymore's is like a miniature amusement park. They have a little miniature roller coaster there. They have bungee jumping, lots of go-kart tracks, and arcade. Dave and Buster's, same thing, is right off Hall Road there. Another big arcade. There's just a ton to do there. Also, plenty of shopping centers. There's a Walmart along Hall Road. There's a Sam's Club. There's a Costco. Basically, whatever you need to live and enjoy life is there on Hall Road. So, if you really like that urban lifestyle, if you like getting out and about with your family, with your friends, moving to a city right along Hall Road would be a perfect place to be. Next, I want to talk about the lakes here in Michigan. Now, of course, you know the five Great Lakes, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Lake Ontario. But there's also some smaller lakes. Here in Southeast Michigan in Macomb Township, you are not far at all, maybe a 20-minute drive away from Lake St. Clair. It's a big lake. It's not the size of one of the Great Lakes, but it's a pretty big lake. 4th of July, Memorial Day, stuff like that. There's tons and tons of boats and people out there. Lots of people to talk to, lots of people to meet. I go out there all the time in the summer with friends, family. Absolutely beautiful. The summer heat in Michigan's perfect. It's always like a cool 80 degrees. Feels great to get out there, throw some sunscreen on, and have a great day, great food with family and friends. But if you also like the bigger Great Lakes, if you like doing fishing, if you really want to admire the bigger Great Lakes, Lake Huron is only about a 50-minute drive away. You would just hop on the highway, head northeast, and you're going to get to Lake Huron. It's right around the city of Port Huron. Port Huron is another beautiful city, connects to Canada, a lot of historical heritage there. But talking about Lake Huron, it's in that Port Huron area, easily accessible, very little traffic usually going up that northeast way, up the state there on the highway. So you can easily get to Lake Huron. Lots to do there as well. You can boat, jet ski, fish, whatever you want to do. There's a lot to do, a lot of lake options here in Michigan. You got to be sure to explore them all. And lastly, what I think makes Southeast Michigan a fantastic place to move to is the people and the people you meet and the experiences you learn from other people and where they come from. Michigan is very rich in diversity. It's one of the blessings we have here in the state. Just even on a daily basis, when I'm talking to neighbors, when I'm out and about at a grocery store, if I go shopping at the mall, I meet people from all over. There's a lot of people of Middle Eastern descent here, a lot of European descent from all different European countries, Italy, Poland, Spain, France. Lots of people from all over the world live here in Southeast Michigan, and just getting to talk with these people, very friendly, learn about what their life is like, what their culture is like, what their food is like. I absolutely love every second of it. Whenever I have the chance to go meet someone new and learn about them and their life and where they come from, I never pass up the opportunity. And living in Michigan, I'm sure you would do the same thing. So overall, Southeast Michigan as a whole is beautiful. There's lots to do here, but Macomb Township is one of those cities that I think you have to move to, or you have to at least give an idea and a look at if you're thinking about moving here to Southeast Michigan. As I said, full-time licensed real estate agent. My name is William Robleski. I work with a great team. So if you're looking to make a move within the state, if you already live here and you're just looking to move to a new area, or you're from out of state, please don't hesitate to give me a phone call, a text, an email, whenever you want. And if you like videos just like this and you want to learn more about Southeast Michigan, make sure to hit that video right above me. I go through an entire map tour of what Southeast Michigan is like.